रखिछन्ति गोटे होछि आपनकर 1 नंबर संपूर्ण पुष्टि योजना, मुख्यमंत्री संपूर्ण पुष्टि योजना एवं आशीर्वाद योजना। मुख्यमंत्री संपूर्ण पुष्टि योजना रे 15 रु 19 वर्ष र किशोरी, गर्भवती महिला एवं 6 वर्ष रु कम साम एवं माम छुआ शिशु मानक पुष्टिकर पोषण जोगाई दिया जिवो एवं सेथिरे 5 वर्ष रे 2673 कोटी टंका खर्च होगा योजना थिबा स्थले ए वर्ष 250 कोटी टंका व्यय अटकल करा जायछि। आशीर्वाद योजना जोटे कि कोविड समय रे जो शिशु मानकर उभय माँ एवं बापा को हरइछन्ति से माने केमती सम्मान सह चलिबे, सम्मान रस बंचिबे एवं शिक्षारु वंचित हेबे नाही। सेथिपई आशीर्वाद योजना माध्यम रे तांको आर्थिक सहाय्य सहयोग जोगाई दिया जाउछि। सेथिरे 51,000 शिशु उपकृत होती। से 23-24 आर्थिक बजेट 52 कोटी टंकार व्यवहार करा जायछि। तापरे आम माननीय मुख्यमंत्री सरकार गोटे लोकप्रिय योजना जोटा कि ममता योजना माध्यम 2,676.42 कोटी टंका विनियोग करी 55.84 लाख गर्भवती एवं स्तन्यपान कराउथिबा माँ मानकर पुष्टिकर तथा स्वास्थ्य स्थितिर उन्नति आनिबा पई मातृ मृत्युहार एवं शिशु मृत्युहार कमेबारे सफल होइछि ममता योजना। तेणु यही 2023-24 आर्थिक वर्ष रे 219 कोटी टंकार व्यवहार करा जायछि। ये जो 2023-24 आर्थिक वर्ष जोटा कि 3,670 कोटी टंकार जो व्यवहार करा है तार अन्य जो विभिन्न दिग सब अच्छी आम सहित अच्छा आमर कमिशनर तथा शासन सचिव महिला और शिशु विकास विभाग शोभा शर्मा मैडम से ए बजेट विभिन्न दिग विषय आप आलोचना करेंगे। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद मैडम। माननीय मंत्री महोदय, विभिन्न अधिकारीगण एवं आज उपस्थित समस्त सांबादिक बंधुगण को मोर नमस्कार। महिला और शिशु विकास विभाग रो प्रतिनिधि हिसाब से हूँ आपन समक्ष 2023-24 राज्य सरकार रो बजेट रे जहाँ जहाँ निष्पत्ति नियाई सेटा प्रस्तुत करूँ। One of the most important health parameters for children is wasting. If you see on the screen, Odisha has done exceptionally well from the period 1998 to 2021. 4 different surveys were undertaken by the central government in which our performance has shown a marked improvement over the period. This is also supplemented by the next slide, which shows the number of children who are underweight. Again, across the 4 surveys, Odisha has performed better than the national average, and it continues to do well on the 3rd aspect of stunting also. So from the 44 in 1998-99 to 31 in 2020-21. Why we are focusing on these three aspects is because children are one of the most vulnerable groups of beneficiaries, and this improvement and this attention to their improving nutrition reflects the overall nutritional scenario of the state. Some of the initiatives which has led us to this point of success are there: supplementary nutrition program, designated days under Poshan Abhiyan, vegetable gardens, Pada Pushti Karikram, and introduction of eggs. I would like to take 1 minute here to talk about the journey and how it has brought these successes to Odisha. In 2011, the supplementary nutrition program was decentralized. Specific menu day-wise was introduced for morning snacks and the meals which are given in Anganwadi centers. In addition, in 2018, eggs were introduced in the cooked meal for children in the age group of 3 to 6 years, and eggs were also given to women who were in the carrying stage or who were young mothers. Menu has been revised continuously in consultation with technically qualified agencies such as the National Institute of Nutrition, OUAT, and international partners like UNICEF and World Food Programme. Perhaps the biggest path-breaking initiative has been the involvement of community members in both the supply of SMP as well as the monitoring of the supplementary nutrition program. The other important aspect has been fixed day schedule, which enables us to undertake better monitoring. So the take-home ration is prepared every month on a fixed date, generally 23rd of the month, and then it is also distributed to the Anganwadi centers and to the beneficiaries on the 1st of every month. Mo Kari Bagicha, in collaboration with the Directorate of Horticulture and with Panchayati Raj Department, has done very well. Ragi Laddus under supplementary nutrition program has been given in the districts of Kyonjhar and Sundargarh from DMF funds. So these are some of the initiatives. There are many more, but because of paucity of time, I have read only the main ones. As Honorable Minister Madam said, there has been a consistent and steady increase in the budget. So while there was an increase of about 5% the previous year, this year the budget has been further enhanced to almost 7.76%. In order to achieve the targets that the state government has set for itself, we are focusing on two aspects. The first is nutrition, and therefore there is a new scheme, the Mukhyamantri Sampurn Pushti Yojana. It will be implemented throughout the state in 338 ICDS projects. The focus will be on vulnerable groups, and therefore in the children category it will be focusing on children who are malnourished, whom we in technical terms describe as severely underweight, SAM and MAM. In addition, because the adolescent girls would be mothers in a few years, we are focusing on their health and nutrition, and therefore they are one of our target groups. And the third is the pregnant and lactating mothers. For this purpose, rupees 250 crores has been budgeted in the coming year, and we will also be providing funds from Ombudsman and DMF after due approvals. The other scheme, the nutritional focus part, as I mentioned, the objective is to bring in dietary diversity and to encourage the community to make use of its available resources through vegetable gardens, through eating of locally available food, and using the protein-rich menu that we have devised for them. The other aspect is behavioral change and creating awareness, because in a large number of cases we find that if there is an attitudinal shift and there is greater awareness in the target group, then they tend to yield better results. For this, we have a scheme focusing on adolescent girls and boys called Advika. It is an entirely state-funded scheme and which is primarily focused on bringing about empowerment of the adolescents, making them aware about not only nutrition and health, but also about education, skilling, preventing child marriages, and their legal rights. Apart from the new schemes, we are committed to successfully implement the ongoing schemes from the state budget, such as Mamta. I think almost everybody is aware of Mamta because more than 56 lakh women have already received benefit under this scheme. In 23-24, it is proposed to spend 218.91 crores. In addition, one of the important byproducts of this scheme has been the creation of financial independence for women, with each beneficiary having its own individual bank account. The money in this scheme is transferred directly through DBT mode, and we are also using technology for self-registration of the beneficiaries so that there is no requirement for the beneficiary to visit different offices. The other scheme from the state budget which is doing exceptionally well and has received a good response is Ashirwad. This focuses on children who have lost their parents between 1st April 2020 and 15th September 2021. They are provided with financial assistance in 3 brackets: 2,005 rupees per month, 1,500 rupees per month, and 1,000 rupees per month till they become 18 years old. The idea is that they are able to live within their family, within the familiar environment, and at the same time the family receives financial support so that the child does not suffer and is able to keep up with the education and its development. Again, all fund transfer is happening directly into the bank account of the beneficiaries, and the beneficiaries do not have to come to any government offices. Once applications have been made, then the entire process is technology driven online. The third important scheme is for children in the age group of 3 years to 6 years who are provided with uniforms, school shoes and socks, and a sweater. It is also entirely funded by the state government, and this year we propose to introduce a new component in which young girls can be provided with shorts or innerwear for wearing under their dresses. The budget provision is 91 crores for this scheme, and this scheme has already been implemented for the last from 2017-18, some components are already under implementation, and last year itself almost more than 17 lakh children were provided with assistance. These are some of the children dressed in their sweaters and caps and shoes and socks. The other state scheme is state support to ICDS. This is a very broad scheme under which many activities are taken up. 380 crores is proposed in 23-24. Against, we have already spent 388 crores this year, and we would be seeking additional funds in the supplementary budget. This scheme looks after the extra payment and the additional honorarium which is made to Anganwadi workers and Anganwadi helpers over and above what the central government is providing them and what is the matching state share. In addition, they are regularly trained, all functionaries of the ICDS machinery. We also provide saris, and we provide them a lump sum when they attain the age of retirement and they exit the scheme. The other component is improving the infrastructure at Anganwadi centers. So recently, Anganwadi centers, to make the environment smoke-free, less polluting, more hygienic and healthy, LPG gas connections have been given to almost all Anganwadi centers so that they can cook their food in a safe environment. And because some of them may not be familiar with the use of LPG, we have also undertaken fire safety training on a massive scale. This scheme also is used for construction of Anganwadi center buildings in urban areas and for providing them electricity. Now we come to the schemes in which we have a central government component. The first scheme is the supplementary nutrition program, in which the sharing is done in a 50-50 ratio between the central and the state government. The objective of this scheme is to bridge the gap which is existing between what people should be eating in order to remain healthy and fit and what they are actually getting. While we may not be able to cover the entire gap, efforts are made to target the most vulnerable group and provide them with minimum on 300 days of feeding through our Anganwadi centers. And for this purpose, almost 1,050 crore is proposed in the budget for next year for about 40 lakh beneficiaries. The other central assistance scheme is Poshan. This was introduced in a new format the last year and therefore it is called Poshan 2.0. In this, the contribution of the state government is 40% and it has the objective is the same, how to improve the health and nutritional status of our target group, and it is achieved through different activities such as involvement of community through community-based events, Annaprashan Divas, Godh Bharai, Suposhan Divas. In addition, new recipes using locally available material, using millets are shown to them. During Poshan Pakwada, Poshan Ma, various communication strategies are adopted to create awareness. Ojan Utsav involves taking the weight and height measurement of all beneficiaries and target their nutritional status across a period of time so that those who are showing a declining trend can be given special attention and focus. Coming to this vertical of women development in the department, women who have been abused or who have been rescued from trafficking or from very difficult circumstances are rehabilitated and efforts are made to reintegrate them with society. For that period, they are provided temporary stay and shelter in Swadhar Grah and Ujjwala homes. We have 54 Swadhar Grahs and 11 Ujjwala homes which are functional, and more than 2,000 women are staying in those homes at present. In these homes, we take care of their mental health, physical condition. They are encouraged to take up various livelihood generating activities so that they are able to stand on their own feet at a point of time. And in case some of them wish to get remarried, then we also assist and support them in that. Similarly, for providing support to women who are facing difficult conditions or who are in distress, which could be due to violence at home or in society, we have one-stop centers. All these one-stop centers are functioning from within the hospital premises or are very close to hospitals, because in a lot of cases, the women who come to these one-stop centers are in need of medical aid. These one-stop centers provide them counseling, also provide them help in getting connected, get them medical treatment, and also connect them to the police. Till date, we have assisted more than 28,000 women in this. The third is a helpline where any woman who is in difficulty from any segment of society, regardless of her income status, can dial 181 and can talk to the person and explain to them her problem. Counseling, connecting her to the police, connecting her to health services, all these activities are taken up. More than 3,000 women have availed of this, and for next year we have kept a budget of 55 lakhs for this activity. The last scheme which I would like to touch upon is Mission Vatsalya. This is also a scheme in which we get funding from the central government, and it is primarily used for both institutional care as well as non-institutional care. 85 crores is the budget proposed for next year, 23-24. We have more than 200 child care institutions and observation homes, 237 to be exact, in which almost 8,500 children are being provided with care and protection. These children, different aspects are looked after apart from their health and nutrition. Education is a very important factor, and efforts are made so that they become independent once they move out of these facilities at the age of 18 years. We also have provisions for providing them aftercare so that some support can be extended to them once it's time for them to step out on their own. In addition to institutional care, we try and encourage children to be with their families because a family environment is more wholesome. 3,600 children have been restored to family-based care in the last year itself. As you can see in these pictures, the children are taking up different activities. This is the presentation from WNCT department. If there are any questions, we would be happy to take those.
Madam, I am talking about the child trafficking. What preventive measures you have taken? One. And recently, that has happened in Angul district, that is Shirodabasini Kalyana, that is, Shirodabasini Kalyashram. That girl has been identified in Puri, and that has published in Sambad also in different newspaper. What action you have taken against this Kalyashram, and what precaution you have taken for the child trafficking?
बहुत शिशु मैडम निखोज होती मिली पाक ना महिला भी किसी निखोज अच्छा दीर्घ दिन निखोज हवा पर भी मिली पाक ना डिपार्टमेंट किसी स्पेसिफिकली नजर रखी कि टेस्ट नब.
So if I can answer the child trafficking or even the महिला माने निखोज अच्छी आम डिपार्टमेंट तरफ प्रत्येक जिले में there is a district child protection unit in which there is a full time team जो माने चाइल्ड ट्रैफिकिंग को ट्रैक करती.
भोला की भक्ति और जीवन में शक्ति के लिए अगरबत्ती हो तो मधुकुंज.
I am a world skill champion.
I am an automobile expert.
We run startups.
Industry 4.0 is here.
I am a proud mariner.
Welding is my passion.
We are robotic engineers.
Home away from home.
CV Raman Global University, Odisha. Homegrown, world class.